like a busy end of the week.
3 potential rounds.
Yeah, that's right. We're watching tomorrow night, Friday afternoon, but especially Friday evening. That last one's going to be our best chance of severe thunderstorms. And some pretty strong ones, and that's why we've designated Friday as a first alert weather day for that potential for the severe weather. We're going to see high damaging winds as our main concern, especially Friday evening. Some of these wind gusts, they might be as high as 70 plus. Can't rule out some gusts as high as maybe 75 or 80 miles an hour. So with that, we're watching out for some wind damage, some power outages. Make sure you are ready for that. Have your emergency supply kits restocked, ready to go. Make sure you continue to stay with us here over the next couple days for the latest severe weather information. And it's not just us here in central Illinois. This is a huge swath of potential for severe weather. Eastern Iowa to Illinois to Missouri, South Kentucky, parts of West Tennessee, all the way south to Arkansas, expecting numerous severe thunderstorms on Friday. What's going to happen is we're going to see some individual discrete cells initially forming, especially in central and eastern Iowa and in Missouri, as they race east. And that's one of the correct words here. These storms are going to move quickly, which we'll show you on future radar in just a minute. But they will congeal into a squall line, and that will pass through here Friday evening, bringing us that potential for those very strong, damaging winds. 70-plus mile-an-hour gusts will be possible. That's obviously our main concern with this. But we are watching somewhat of a tornado threat, actually, in 2 different ways. Initially, Friday afternoon, we're watching for the formation of a couple of individual cells. That's a big if, though. The atmosphere is likely to be capped through at least the mid part of the afternoon. If that cap holds, we're not expecting any thunderstorm development, but if that cap breaks a little bit, if we get some sunshine, maybe late morning, early afternoon, we could see some storms forming, and with that, a potential for a few discrete cells that would also produce a tornado risk. But within the squall line itself, Friday evening, we also could see a couple of brief spin-ups. A lower tornado threat compared to the wind threat, but a non-zero risk. So we're going to watch that very carefully for Friday. Any discrete cells that could potentially form, again, a big if, Friday afternoon would also produce some large hail. We could see some heavy rain at times, but we're not expecting too much of a flash flooding threat, mostly because of the quick motion of these storms. Now, let's show you future radar and these 3 potential opportunities for thunderstorms starting tomorrow night and early Friday morning. A couple thunderstorms possible. All things considered, I'm not overly concerned about a widespread severe weather threat early Friday morning, but we definitely could see a couple stronger thunderstorms and maybe even a severe thunderstorm or 2. If that happens, this will mostly be a hail threat as well as a heavy rain threat. Most of Friday morning is okay. We're going to watch our cloud cover. If we get some sunshine, we'll start to worry a little bit more about Friday afternoon. But here we are, 2:45, and our forecast model really not showing too much out there. This is what we're hoping for. We're hoping for that cap to hold and us to be dry Friday afternoon. But again, we're going to watch that very carefully. Remember that Friday afternoon does represent our highest tornado threat if those storms manage to happen. Again, that's the big if. But big change as we head into Friday evening. Look at this. There's your squall line that's forming as these storms are moving east. And I notice they're going to move quickly. And here we are, 7 o'clock, beginning to enter Knox, Fulton counties. 9 o'clock, already east of Interstate 55. So some very strong storms producing the strong winds, possibly some power outages. Again, be ready for that Friday evening, but it looks like our severe weather threat will be done by 9 or 10 o'clock. That'll end from west to east. I want to make sure you have our 25 News First Alert weather app downloaded. We'll have our hourly forecast or daily forecast, video updates, as well as in the moment, some important things to have. You get the severe weather push notifications, as well as you can use interactive radar to track those storms. And don't forget about our live streams as well, 8 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. on 25newsnow.com and our 25 News Facebook page. Back to where we are tonight. Very quiet, just a little chilly tomorrow morning, either side of 30. Tomorrow warming up nicely into the 60s. It'll feel nice tomorrow. A little bit breezy at times, winds out of the south, but we're watching our first alert weather day on Friday for that potential for severe weather. Strong winds likely to continue Friday night into Saturday morning. And then our next area focus will be the middle of next week. Maybe a few more stronger thunderstorms, especially next Tuesday.